What's happening Wednesday? Hey! Showcasing businesses, entrepreneurs, events in the community with MC, Dury, and PB. That's Bad Boy. We're live every Wednesday after 5.
Thank you so much for joining What's Happening Wednesday. It's your girl, MC Dury. And you know what else happens on Wednesday? Our midweek boost. Yes, the doors of the church are open. So come out to 4285 Cleveland Street in Gary, Indiana, and get an awesome boost in faith taught by Dr. Joyce Oliver. Like I said, the doors of the church are open. So come out this Sunday for service. Yes, service, 10:30 a.m., and you will get a life-changing word taught by Dr. Cedric Oliver. In need of faith, increase, healing, will come out every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for your faith and healing message. And we're live. Don't forget, you can watch us live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. What's Happening Wednesday? Appreciate our sponsors. We love you and thank you. Want to be a sponsor on What's Happening Wednesday? No problem. DM me on the What's Happening Wednesday page or email MUADury communitypromotion@gmail.com.
Little Lou's Beauty and Barber College, where we help you find your purpose and teach you practical techniques in a diverse hands-on environment, where we help perfect your skill in a trade that can lead you to financial independence. Call to enroll now, 219-884-9954, Little Lou's Beauty and Barber College.
For more information and to purchase product, please visit Instagram at Simply Healthy Ways. Looking for a photographer? Need help with videography? How about music? Need someone to do voiceovers? Well, Mixed Up Music Entertainment is for you. Give them a call, 219-525-1044, or email at mumentstudio@gmail.com. MUADury offers beauty enhancements, personalized consultations, classes, makeovers, products, and more. And we're excited about our 3-piece Brown Me Baby kit, which is available on muadury.com. But wait, there's more coming from the MUA's makeup line. We have kits specialized for the natural, diva, and glam beauty. It's a part of our Glam Me Baby line. Coming soon. What's Happening Wednesday would like to thank our sponsors. And if you would like to be a sponsor or on the show, DM me on What's Happening Wednesday Facebook page or email MUADury communitypromotion@gmail.com. So let's get ready for the show.
Hello. Hey, what's happening Wednesday? Hey, it's your girl MC Dury, and I'm so excited today. Yes, we have the marriage educators. Woo! And I'm so excited, and you better be excited as well. Before we get started, make sure if you're on, put that cash out below. You know what to do, because someone will get blessed by from What's Happening Wednesday. Okay, guys, are you ready? I hope you have your questions. I hope you're ready to take your marriage to another level, because we have the anointed, the appointed marriage educators on the line. Yes, here they are. Woo!
Yeah, hey.
Excited. And I
Excited.
could not have the marriage educators on here without having my boo thing Henderson. Yes, let's add him. Woo!
All right.
How y'all doing?
Good,
How
good.
y'all
Why
doing?
am I so excited? Why am I the most loudest and excited one? Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I am so excited. I have been anticipating these two fabulous anointed people to come on. You may not know, but they are the ones that counseled us.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And yes, it was at a time I needed
Yes.
some counsel,
Thank
baby.
you,
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
He gonna say, you
Hallelujah.
heard him say, "Thank you, Jesus." Hello,
But I'm definitely
guys.
saying it
Okay.
for me too, because I mean, like, that was definitely a good time.
Definitely a good
Praise.
time. Yes, it is definitely important as well. So, guys, if you're just joining, we have the marriage aid educators, Frank and Jenae McKnight, and we also have my boo thing Henderson on. Okay, we are gonna get started because we are. Look,
Yeah.
I know I'm hype. Okay, I am so hyped, and I know you guys are excited. So, without further ado, tell us, who are you?
Okay, well, we're going to tell us who we are. I'm Frank McKnight, and this is my lovely wife.
I'm Jenae McKnight.
And we are the marriage educators. The Lord laid this ministry on our heart to start in regards to being educating couples about marriage, pre-marriage and marriage. And we've been in part of marriage ministries, even when we first got married back in 1997, maybe a year after, we started a young Christian couples fellowship. Because in a lot of our mainline churches, there was really nothing going on for couples. And so we found some friends, from Indianapolis, Michigan, or whatever. And we just started hanging out, getting together, praying together as couples, and doing some fun, activities. So we've been involved in marriage ministry for quite some time. And most recently, we serve as the marriage ministers at Embassies of Christ, where we oversee the activities, premarital counseling, marriage counseling, as well as doing workshops and different activities to really build that bond among couples and to really strengthen and encourage couples as well. And so from that and from doing all of what we've done, we wanted to provide another venue to educate people about marriage, both through YouTube, through webinars and things along that line.
Janae's like, yeah, like he said.
What he said.
Yeah, like he said. Yep, that's what it is. Well, that's all right, girl. That's all right. Let your man take the lead. That's okay. Okay. I love it. So what I'm hearing is you guys are anointed and appointed for this. This is actually your gift. And tell me, with this gift that you have, because you've counseled so many married couples. I'm going to say couples, right? So you've counseled so many couples, and is there any time where you're like, I think this isn't, we ain't gonna be able to do this, like, or when I say that, like, has there been some instances where you actually had to let a couple know that just maybe they shouldn't get married? I mean, I have that question.
Well, basically, we try not to make that decision for people, because one thing that we have learned is that people gonna do what people gonna do most of the time. But if there are a lot of red flags, then, you know, we will gently guide them, you know, towards, hey, maybe it's not necessarily time. Maybe you need a little more time to think about it, or you need to, you know, decide if this is something that you can live with the rest of your life. And, you know, we have had couples that have made the decision, you know, not to get married. We've had some couples that have stopped counseling after the first session, like, oh, yeah, after learning that, it's not going to work, you know. So
Wow.
we always say that whether they choose to get married or not, it was a successful session. It was successful because who wants to get married to someone that they don't want to be with for the rest of their life?
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
Yeah.
even divorced. So, you know, you don't
Hmm.
marry to get divorced.
Okay, and so you said that you guys, you got married back in the day. Did you guys have marriage counseling?
Yes,
Yes.
we did at our former church, where our pastor did provide us marriage counseling as well as did a questionnaire, and
Mm-hmm.
then also we did some things on our own. You know,
Yes.
we purchased a couple of workbooks, and we, part of one of our dates would be to sit down and go through the pre-marriage manuals and reading and sharing. So we did what I would call extracurricular stuff in addition to the counseling that we were receiving.
And when we went through our premarital counseling, it was like some really tough questions on the questionnaire,
Mhm.
and you really had to ponder and think like, wow, you know, can I live with this? You know, now that I know this, and you know, am I going to be able to, you know, make it with this person or whatever? Because it was a lot of deep personal questions that was on the questionnaire. But after we talked about it, which we always do, we talked about it later, and we were like, you know what? Yes. You know, we talked about how it might have sounded one way on the questionnaire that we answered, but it was really a different way once we discussed it.
Right.
And it was really good. So yeah, we definitely had premarital counseling.
Okay. So, guys who are just joining, thank you so much. You're on What's Happening Wednesday live with the marriage educators. Okay. We have the marriage educators, Frank and Jenae McKnight, live right now. So, if you have any questions, make sure you type your questions into the comments so we can get those questions answered for you. Okay. So now that this is a gift that you guys came in together. That is awesome because how it would have been strange if one of you guys had that gift and the other did not.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yes, you were destined to be together. I'm trying to see. Wait, let me see. Oh, I do have. Let's see here. No, someone's making a comment. Let's put this comment up here. It says couples should do this. It's better to find out now than later. Workbook dates. I love it. Okay. Yes, yes, and that is from I believe Delma.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have a question. Okay, Delma, girl, you threw me off. Let's see here. What was my what was my question? Oh, yes, your business, because this is a ministry for you. You are marriage or have a marriage ministry or over the marriage ministry for Embassies of Christ, but this has turned into a business for you guys, correct?
Yes.
Yes, meaning that we're just kind of separate from the church. We have gone to other churches and have done marriage seminars through some of the other couples that we have been in contact with,
Mhm.
and then also we want to begin to kind of really impart what we've learned in our experience, to others, more to a broader community, so that we can share successes that can happen in one's marriage.
Yes, and to actually inquire or get with you guys, you are on Facebook as the Marriage Educators, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
The marriage educators on Facebook. So you are able to be DM'd. People can ask you questions. And you also have an email that I'll put up later. That email is kingdommarriages2018 at gmail.com. I'm going to go ahead and put Mr. Bryant Boothang Henderson on the line right here. Now, do you have any questions for the
Uh,
marriage educator, sir?
no, I mean, they've been instrumental to us, and we're under the same cloth. So hearing what hearing our pastor give us, teaching lessons, it kind of ties in. I am thankful though that we did go through the marriage counseling. I learned something about my wife, and she not gonna iron. That was what I learned. So when when I learned that, I was already in anticipation that I'd have to get me a steamer, or make sure my ironing board was good, because that's what she wasn't gonna do. So I live with that, but that was something that I didn't know. And what I wanted to do is encourage people out there, like, go through marriage counseling. If you really are in a relationship where you're thinking of being married, I really think, I really believe, what I'm saying, with my heart, that you definitely need to go through marriage counseling so that you can learn some of those little things that could be deal breakers down the line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then one thing, to add to what Brian has mentioned, is that one of the key things with premarital counseling is that we look at issues that, because people are just so in love, till there's some key things you need to kind of really think about and consider when it comes to finances, when it comes to taking that person's name, when it comes to pulling your resources together. Talking about family members, in-laws, and then God's order, for marriage. And so some of these topics may not come up when you're dating and in love, but when you get to the point where, hey, we're serious about marriage, let's sit down and let's get with a premarital counselor so that we can talk about these issues. As Brian mentioned, some things can be a deal breaker, and some things can come up that a couple may have never thought about, but have to consider and reconsider. So,
and then let's say that you didn't, you're already married, and you're probably like, man, I wish I had gotten premarital counseling, but you didn't. Well, then there's marriage counseling. And that's when you go and, and it's not even that something has to be really wrong with your marriage, but maybe it's just some things that you need to hash out and have a mediator there. And so that is also something that we offer. We offer marriage counseling to couples as well.
Good. That's definitely good.
That's awesome. Hey, do you think it should be something called dating counseling? Is it something called dating counseling?
Yeah.
Yes. We have been, involved in that with the marriage educators, where we have met with couples who are dating, as well as someone even looking for a mate. The dating counseling is relationship counseling. So we do that. And then also, oftentimes people will say, well, what do I look for in a mate? Or how will I know if I'm compatible? He's the one or she's the one. And so just being able to talk to someone and for us to be able to share our knowledge and things like that can certainly happen.
And our most recent request is a rare one, but it is someone who is divorced asked us if we would counsel them back to getting married a second time. And so that's new. So we were like, oh, we will develop, new curriculum for that, because that's something that's different. Because a lot of times too, when you think about like singles ministries, a lot of times they're geared towards younger singles. But then you have some singles that are, they've been divorced or they've been widowed and they do want to marry again. And so they also sometimes seek out help or counseling.
That's awesome. I love that. So we have dating counseling, we have premarital counseling, we have marriage counseling, we have the marriage educators, guys, the marriage educators. And for those who are just joining, we want to say thank you. We want to say welcome to What's Happening Wednesday. We are excited that we have Frank and Jenae McKnight, the marriage educators. So if you do have any questions, type them down below. Please do not forget to type in your Cash App. What's Happening Wednesday would love to be a blessing to you at the end of the show, and it may be you. Okay, so my next question is, how do you believe your business is going to impact the community?
Ooh, okay. Of course, and I'm trying not to say what I said last time, but it's similar because if we are ministering to, or we are educating people that are in their marriages, then basically we're helping marriages to survive. We are helping the kingdom to increase by marriages staying together, decreasing the divorce rate, as they're saying all the time that, the divorce rate in the church is 50% and all of this. And so we believe that we are called to lower that number overall. And therefore, happy marriages, happy children. Happy children, then now you have a whole family that is going out and doing positive things because they have the word of God about marriage, and they are happy together and doing things, fulfilling their purpose. So, that way, that's what we're basically doing as far as with the community. And it makes the whole community better when you have families that are doing well and families that are fulfilling their purpose.
And then, I might add, as well as in addition to us doing premarital and marriage counseling, oftentimes children, are part of that dynamic, especially when it comes to blended families. And so one of the impacts, children do have on a couple's marriage, one of the things is the goal is, raising that child in the fear and in the admonition of the Lord, and that's family. And so the hallmark of any community is family. So to help build family, strengthen family, is certainly, a blessing. And we are open to the community and to other, avenues that we can get this positive message out regarding marriage.
Thank you, honey. You packaged that so well.
Okay.
Okay, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yes. So I love that. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have any for business inquiries, please go ahead and email kingdommarriage2018@gmail.com. kingdommarriages2018@gmail.com. Okay, so tell me, are we offering any Zoom classes with this whole thing that's going on? Are we offering any Zoom classes, anything outside of just meeting one-on-one?
Sure. Well, I'll start with this. We do have a YouTube channel, and we do have about 9 video or episodes where we do talk about various subjects such as communication, also our commitment to one another. We also deal with issues of disagreement, as well as other issues that we definitely kind of talk about. So we have about 9 of those, so people can go back and forth and watch those videos. And then we are in the process of coming up with some webinars. So we're looking to get the equipment for that, and then we will be hosting various webinars that support what we believe and what we teach in regards, to marriages.
Right. Season 2 of the Marriage Educators on YouTube is coming soon.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, and then also we are open by writing to our email. If there's a topic that you as a couple want discussed or to share, because many times we get questions that we may need to address, and you may want to send us, hey, could you all do a webinar on finances, or on disagreement, or blended families, or communication, or something specific, shoot us an email, and we'll be more than glad to do a webinar or our YouTube series on that as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. So I do have a question. Do you have, when it comes to the premarital counseling, do you have a similar question, or a question that that you're going to hear all the time from the couples?
That we hear from the couples?
I would say one thing that comes up in regards, particularly to our older couples, is in regards to finances and pulling monies together. When you have two people that have established themselves, got their own account, and have been doing it, now they're coming together. And see, part of that oneness, which marriage is that you want to bring those resources together. And so that has been, I think, one of the main issues that we have to really talk to couples, about, because a lot of times people come into a marriage based upon what they've heard their parents say, what they've heard other people say. You know, you need a stash set aside because you never know when he's going to walk out, and all of that kind of negative, talk. And so we do have to, so that has been one of the main ones, is kind of dealing with the money and the finances has been, pretty much throughout almost every, counseling session.
Right.
Yeah, finances are a big thing. And like you said, especially when you have it established, and then like, okay, when you've been by yourself for so long, doing it by yourself, trying to come together and share.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Huh?
My money. Yeah.
What you mean? You want to know how much money I got in my purse? Yes. So
Yeah.
yes, that is because, okay, for real, because to be honest, a lot of times, dealing with your own finances for so long and to have to literally share their information, sometimes it is very difficult. I know for me, it was kind of difficult because I was just like, what's the issue? I have money when I got money. And that's it. But yes, that is very, very important. And then that was one of the most important things for me with marriage counseling, is because I was so used to being independent. I believe that was one of my issues, being so independent. I got this. I've been doing this. Don't worry about this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that premarital counseling really helped with breaking that down, because now it's just not you.
Right.
It's just not you anymore. So yeah, I truly believe that is awesome. So let's see here. So we have you guys, we have the business going. So what is next for the marriage counselors? What's next for you guys? What's in your near future?
Well, I'll share. One is they're definitely creating webinars, but also we want to venture into writing a book. So we want to put some of the things that we've learned down through the years on paper. So that's one venture that we have, and then also we look forward to doing some traveling and doing different seminars for other ministries or other churches. As a matter of fact, we did one around this time, about a year and a half ago, down in Indianapolis for another church. We were invited to do a seminar down there. So we do look forward to traveling and expanding and sharing the message of premarital and marital counseling, throughout. So.
Yes. Okay, so right now you see a testimony, okay? The Hendersons, okay?
Hallelujah.
You guys see a live testimony right here, okay?
Yes, that's
Go
it.
for
Raise it up.
marriage
Yes.
counseling. Marriage counseling is so important. Premarital counseling is so important. Let me ask you this. Have anybody just seriously just was totally, like, you knew they was dishonest in premarital counseling? You knew they was just saying some stuff to sound right so it can go right. Have you had that? How do you deal with that issue there?
Now, I want to speak on that.
Yeah.
Because we have had that, and we were sitting and we were listening to the couple, and and it's funny because your discernment will kick in.
Yeah.
And so, like, we're counseling them, and the husband is saying all of this stuff and everything, and I'm sitting there, and the Holy Spirit is like screaming at me on the inside, like, no, that's a lie. No, it's not.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Frank and I'm like, should I say it? I'm like that cartoon, like, should I do this or should I not do this? Just bust him out and tell him right there that, the Holy Spirit told me you lying, but as I'm very straightforward for the most part, but I try to be nice about it because my husband's so nice, about stuff. So,
Why they gotta be nice? Make it seem like we the bad guys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because it be like that, man.
But,
Yes.
so I kind of I prodded a little bit, and I kept prodding at him or whatever, and finally he broke down, and he was like, well, I do that a little bit, because he was into substances and things like that, and well, I just do a little bit, and I only do it one time, and I only do it every now and and that's when the Holy Spirit was like, it's more than one time. And then you can look at the wife's face.
Yeah.
That another thing is, you can always, not the wife, the fiance, you can always look at that fiance's face. And I even say that in marriages. A lot of times you can look at the wife and tell what's going on. We're just people of expression. You know what I mean? We our face. My habit years ago was I watched pastors' wives when I would be sitting in church, because I would be like, if she ain't right, you ain't.
Yes.
Yes.
Back to the topic, but so what happened after that? Come to find out, all this was going on and counseling, and all this lying was going on, and come to find out it was a mess. It was all kind of fighting and carrying on, going out outside, and it just really blossomed. It bloomed into a really bad situation.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, that was one of those cases where it was like, really not advising you necessarily to get married right now. But, we'll keep praying, come back to this again if you need to.
And that's one of the beauties of premarital counseling, is that, we dig deep, we dig deeper. It's not surface stuff, but we want to get into what are the issues right now, because if there are issues right now, then it's certainly going to carry over right into the marriage, and it could even, turn into something worse. And so some things, premarital counseling does is it forces couple to deal with things before we say I do. And of course, we've had couples to have moved their wedding date back in order to kind of deal with, with some issues and things along that line. A lot of times, certain, counseling is just surface and, rosy, but we want to get to the, as I say, the nitty gritty, uncover any and everything, because you want to get that stuff, out and dealt with.
And he's the talker a lot of times, and I'm the one that's sitting back watching. I'm the one.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of somebody. Yeah, that reminds me of somebody. Yeah.
See, the first part of anything is it's acknowledging that it exists.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a talker, and if you especially if it's something that I really like, that I have knowledge in, and that is something that I'm dealing with, or that I've been through or worked with, then and I have working knowledge. So just the educator in me, what I'm saying, that wants to kind of like teach, what I'm saying, and kind of like show you like, hey, don't do that, do this, what I'm saying, like, oh, I did that and it didn't work out for me, just kind of like testifying or testimony to those who been through it. Because like, prior to us coming to marriage counseling and getting married, I had a lot of baggage. I had been married a couple times, and the marriages didn't go right. So there was a lot of things that I had to change as far as what I thought was, right. And the good thing about the marriage counseling is I learned a lot of things about myself as well. So there was some of the things that, that I thought I was doing right, or that I thought that made me a good man or a good person, that really, when the questions and the, the questions in detail that you guys were requiring from us made me dig deep and say, you know what, I really need to kind of like look at that and say, okay, yeah, this is what I do, and leave it out on the table. And then now it's something that, I was able to work through, because I really didn't have, a standard or a guide of what it was. But, getting it, saying the way you guys mixed it in with the word, it was a foundation that I was able to find, see it, and then believe it, and that was the good thing. So it was a foundation that was never set for me in any of that. So I'm very thankful for that.
Praise God.
Praise
Amen.
God.
Yeah.
Testimony. I told you it's a testimony on the line. The testimony. Yes. Okay, come on now. Don't get started.
Hey,
You already
that's
know
what
I'm
I'm
getting
saying.
hype, okay? It's almost time for midweek boost, okay? I get hype, okay?
Hey, D, I want
Oh,
to just say a shout out to the couples that we've been fellowshipping with for it'll be 20 years. Um,
yes.
there, we always do a couples retreat. It's just a few of us to go and get replenished. And I believe all of them, are online right now. So we just want to send a shout out to the couples retreat people down.
Girl, come on, shout their names. Shout their names.
Ubers,
Yes,
hey,
the
the
Canes.
Johnsons, yay.
Yes, the Johnsons.
And the Sheelys, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. We appreciate them. Hallelujah. Okay.
Hallelujah. Yes, yes.
Because look, 20 years, look, that's not a piece of cake.
Oh,
That
it's
is not a piece of cake. And
God.
even though it seems like it goes so fast, it's not a piece of cake. So that is a blessing. So congratulations to all of the couples who have been married, okay, that long. And for those who will be married that long, woo!
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Yes. Amen.
Okay, so guys, so for those that are on, thank you so much for coming on with the marriage educators. This has been so awesome. I appreciate them so much. You have no idea. I want you to put your Cash App in the comments. Let What's Happening Wednesday be a blessing to you. Your Cash App may be pulled tonight. Also, if you have any questions for the marriage educators, if you want to get in contact with them, okay, you can contact them or get in contact with them on Facebook, the marriage educators on Facebook, and also their email address at kingdommarriages2018@gmail.com. Okay, the marriage ministry is awesome. Okay, I'm hoping you have a marriage ministry at your church, because I believe it is so important. Let me say this to you guys. We did a few of the like the events that you guys had. We tried to be at all of the events, but you know how it is, sometimes you can't. But when we were there, you guys made it so great to have the couples together, working together, having different couples around from different backgrounds, different age groups. I mean, it was just awesome to see couples, newlyweds to, couples that have been married for 20 plus years, all coming together, enjoying themselves, and also continuing to educate themselves on their marriage, and how bold some of the couples was with their questions. And I believe that's so awesome, because a lot of times we are trying to figure it out on our own, but when we're able to come together, because we're like this, we're like, okay, everybody in here married, bet, okay, bet, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, so you have the opportunity to ask the questions about your marriage, get educated, and if some things are broken, able to fix it. So I just want to say kudos to you guys for what you've been doing. Kudos to the gift God has given you, for you guys coming together and continuing to bless marriages. Hallelujah.
Amen. And then just to kind of add to the different activities, couples, especially Christian couples, need a venue to get out, to hang out, and then to learn from each other, and we can build each other up. And as you know, in many of the sessions that we've had, one person may have a question and another couple may have dealt with the very same issue.
Yes.
Be a blessing. And then you have people there that are dealing with the issue but don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
So that's what and we try to mix it up, have a refresher, but then also go out, to the apple orchard. We went out one time. We went out to dinner and a movie. I mean, we had quite a few activities. And again, couples love just getting out, hanging out with their mate and their spouse, and getting away from the kids home, and just being able to, to have what we call that date night, or that time together. So.
Yes, awesome. So are there any last words that you guys have for your listening audience? Any last words?
I'll let you go, then I'll go.
Oh, I just want to encourage people that if you are single and you're looking for your mate, we can talk with you and help you through that process. And I'm sure there's many other people that are in the same situation. But if you are planning to get married, definitely call us, eke us out, send us an email and let us know if you want to even just do relationship counseling, because that will give you a lot of, leeway even before you decide that you want to get married. Just things like that. But I would definitely say, continue to strengthen your marriage, hang out with other couples, do fun things, date each other still.
Yes.
Still
Yes.
date each other. Don't forget about that. Matter of fact, I think we got a hot date planned for Friday.
Yeah.
Girl, wait a minute, girl. We got one for Saturday. We
All
got
right.
one for Saturday.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey,
hey.
turn up. Yes.
Turn up. Hey, okay.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes.
Any,
So,
go
yeah,
ahead, Frank.
comment, just to encourage couples, continue, as my wife mentioned, to continue to date, invest in your marriage.
Yes.
We, with our other couples, we get away every year. Make those times permanent in your marriage. Every year, let's do this, or let's have a date night once a month. Let's be committed, to one another. When we got married, we committed ourselves. That wedding ceremony was a commitment before everybody and God that, hey, we're going to be together. Mm-hmm. But that commitment needs to carry on even through our daily lives as husband and wife. Mm-hmm. I'm committed to pray for you. I'm committed for us to go on date nights, committed to attending church. So that commitment has to still, continue. So I really encourage couples to invest in your marriage. We invest in everything else. So why not invest in your marriage so that you can have a prosperous and a fruitful marriage, one that God, ordains. And let me just throw this in right quick. A lot of times you hear a lot of negative things about marriage, and a lot of people shy from it. But listen, when you do it God's way, God can bless. And when you two are committed and love the Lord, He can show you, hey, what a wonderful thing marriage can be, because it's like being married to your best friend and lover all at the same time.
Right about that. Yes, it is. And just, saying quick in, just I'm a testimony, just going through that marriage counseling and then being married and having that foundation where you can see it biblically, it helps because like my wife is my best friend. I can tell her anything, and that keeps that bond together, and it allows us to to like you said, invest in everything. God has blessed us truly by doing it His way. We've been blessed, and I mean we've been so blessed that He's allowed us to continue to bless others. Through our ministry, with just through our marriage. So we're able to just continue to keep giving back, and I thank God for that.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yes.
Yes. Where did she go? You still on MUA Degree?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Look, I'm handling this show, okay? I'm handling this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this show. That was the Marriage Educators, okay? And please, for any inquiries, please go to their Facebook page, the Marriage Educators. Also, you can email them. Frank already said it. Email them questions at kingdommarriages2018@gmail.com, okay? And before we say bye, I do have a little outro for you, but thank you so much for joining Frank and Jenae McKnight, and also Bryant D. Henderson, my boo thing. Don't get it twisted, okay? Thank you so much for joining, okay? Y'all don't have me laughing. I'm trying to be professional, okay? Wait, how I do it, Jenae? How I do it?
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Yes. Hey. Hey.
Yes, you gotta, what I'm saying? Hey, look, he went to premarital counseling. He knew he was getting a firecracker. I don't know what to tell you.
And look, and the good thing about that is that, what I'm saying, I'm confident with me and myself that she can be her and do what she needs to do, and her confidence, what I'm saying, that compliments me in the same thing. So I mean, like that, I love it.
That right there is a whole nother show. That's another.
That is. So we will be coming back Look, we will be coming back next month, okay, with the marriage counselors. Look, I'm already setting this up, okay?
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Next
Let's
month
do it.
we're gonna do this again because it's so much we can learn from you guys, and I believe it's just going to be a blessing not only to the marriages but to the body, because a lot of times people tend to try to put themselves in this now that I'm married or getting married or dating. Now I need to build I'm always showing my representative, that's what I'm going to say, and not their true selves. And then now, you know, after so long the true self come out, and now the person you were dating was like, wait a minute, hold up, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, who
we
was that?
can, yes, we
I
cannot.
ain't asked for that.
Who is this? You know?
Right,
Like, who was that? Yeah.
So yes, that is a whole nother topic. But yes, we do need to get together for that. But guys, I can't hold you up. Henderson supposed to be on the ones and twos at church. Frank and Jenae, y'all supposed to be going to church too.
Yeah.
Everybody supposed to be going to church. Everybody supposed to be at the church house. Look. So guys, y'all do not go anywhere. Stay there. And guys, again, thank you so much for joining What's Happening Wednesday today. An awesome show with the marriage counselors, Frank and Jenae McKnight, and also, like I said, Bryant D. Henderson, my boo thing. Look, guys, I do not want you guys to leave here still with questions. So if you were not able to post your question or ask a question to the marriage counselors, please email them at kingdommarriages2018@gmail.com or go directly to their Facebook page, okay? And so we're going to go on to this right here. Let's go out with a bang.
Showcasing businesses, entrepreneurs, events in the community with MC, Yuri, and PD. That's Bad Boy. We're live every Wednesday after 5.
We hope you enjoyed the show, and join us after 5 every Wednesday on What's Happening Wednesday. Also, don't forget 7 p.m. Embassies of Christ is going to give you that midweek faith boost that's going to keep you going throughout the week. Join us at 4285 Cleveland Street, Gary, Indiana. What's Happening Wednesday would like to thank our sponsors. And if you would like to be a sponsor or on the show, DM me on What's Happening Wednesday Facebook page or email muaderie.communitypromotion@gmail.com. Thank you for your support. Now go be a blessing and share this video. You never know who may need it. And we'll see you next week on What's Happening.